Hello, magandang araw na naman mga kababayan dito sa Amerika, sa Pilipinas, at sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo where there are plenty of Filipinos. Welcome again to Buhay Pinoy sa Amerika, which we are now rebranding to Usapang Pinoy sa Amerika. Ito po ang inyong kaibigan, si Teddy Molina, ang host ng programang ito na nakabase sa San Francisco, California. At nasa kabila naman ng ating kaibigan, walang iba kundi si Mr. Dan Nino, the President of the Philippine Global Media Group that is based in Los Angeles, California. Dan,
Mga kababayan sa buong mundo, sa Pilipinas, sa California, at iba't ibang panig ng mundo, kami uli bumabalik para magpahayag, maghimay-himay at magbigay ng kuro-kuro sa mga nangyayari sa ating inang bayan, inang sinilangan. Dahil kahit kami ay nandito na sa ibang bansa, kami pa rin ay nagmamahal, kayo pa rin ay himay-himay sa mga iba't ibang issue, iba't ibang nangyayari sa ating bansa. Dahil kahit na malayo na kami sa Pilipinas, mahal pa rin aming bayang sinilangan. Kaya kung ano man ang nangyayari dyan sa Pilipinas, kami rin dito sa Amerika ay naapektuhan. Kaya ang aming mga kuro-kuro ay galing din sa mga aming pakikipagsalamuha sa ating mga bayan dito at kung ano kanilang damdamin ay gusto namin ipahayag sa inyo. Pakita.
mga kaibigan, sa araw na ito, itong episode ng ating podcast dito sa Usapang Pinoy sa Amerika, ito ang ating headlines at subheadlines. Una, all systems go for the July 6 impeachment trial of BP Sara. Pre-trial conference, tapos na. Number 2, bubuksan kaya ang BIR box? Isusubpena ba ang bank records ni BP Sara? And number 3, is BP Sara headed for conviction or acquittal? Take it away, Dan. Let's tackle the first issue.
Okay.
Tapos na ang pre-trial conference. Ano nangyari doon sa pre-trial? I think 5 araw na ginawa ito, pare. Sa dami ng ebidensya at exhibits, it took them 5 days to finish it.
Right. At ang nangyari nga, katulad ng sinabi mo, may 8,000 documents na mark ng magkabilang panig, prosecution at saka sa defense, kasi they had to compare the evidence of both sides. Pero ang hindi lang namarkahan dahil hindi pumayag ang defense Ted ay yung box that contains the SAL-end or the income tax return of VP Sara and her wife, her husband, Attorney Manes.
Manasseh
So, yun lang ang hindi nabuksan. It's up to the Senate impeachment trial kung papayag nilang buksan yung isang box na nakasarado pa hanggang ngayon. Pero kung di nila ito bubuksan, Ted, malamang ang public opinion will turn against the defense. Naalala mo nung panahon ni President Joseph Estrada, hindi nila binuksan, kaya tuloy nag-alsa ang mga tao. Kaya kailangan mabuksan yun. At kung wala silang tinatago, Ted, kung wala, kailangan nilang buksan. Kasi kung hindi ayaw nilang buksan, then that means there's a Pandora's box. That's a
Yeah.
Pandora's box, and there are um, documents that needs to be released, documents that needs to be brought out by the trial court.
Ang nasa loob yata ng BIR box, ang mahiwagang box pare.
Uh-huh.
According to you, Pandora's box ay ang tax records ng mag-asawa. Si Vice President Sara at ang asawa niya, si Atty. Manasseh Carpio.
Mhm.
Alam niyo mga kaibigan, ang income tax records natin ay doon nilalagay ang ating income. Ang income natin, kung magkano kinita natin sa isang taon. Kung ilang taon yon na tax records na nandun sa loob, ay nakalagay doon, dinedeclare ng mag-asawa na si BP Sara at si Atty. Manasseh Carpio ang kanilang income sa mga taon na covered by the impeachment complaint. At ito ay i-compare nila. It looks like the strategy of the prosecution. Pag mabuksan yon, i-compare nila naman sa SALN niya, where doon nakalagay din yung kanilang assets and liabilities, so-called. That's why it's SALN.
Right.
At ang mga nakadeclare din na ari-arian nilang mag-asawa, assets, at saka
Correct.
liabilities. And so they have to match the records, right? That's my understanding of that. And as
That's
you
correct.
said, inopos ng prosecution ng defense lawyers, yung mga lawyers ni BP Sara ito. At ano daw ang dahilan? Bakit nila inopos? Dan.
Ay, siyempre, ayaw nilang buksan kasi the cat might get out of the box.
Yeah, they cut, yeah.
The cat might get out of the box, so that will end the proceedings, because right there and then it will determine the culpability of the vice president, because it's there. If he declared all of her assets from the time she was mayor up to the time she became vice president, so it should appear there, because that's the reason if she will be convicted or not. Because kung wala yung Ted, then they cannot convict her kung wala yung magmamatch. Kasi magmamatch yung SALN at saka yung unlocked documents.
Yeah,
They have to compare.
yeah. But I think that will be decided upon by the impeachment court, right?
That's correct. The Senate impeachment court trial.
The prosecution, the House prosecutors, and and the team of private prosecutors. I understand will file a motion to open
Yeah.
the box, and so if the impeachment court shall have to decide whether to open it or not. So nasa kamay ng mga senators yan kung they will give way to the motion or disapprove it. So
Correct.
pag inapprove ng Senado, ng impeachment court, ay mabubuksan yan. On the other hand, pag hindi nila inapprove, it will remain sealed. Sarado yan. Ano sa tingin mo? What are the chances that the impeachment court will vote for the opening of that sealed BIR box?
We have already a history, Ted, that whenever some documents are not presented, then the accused is guilty of the crime or the alleged issues against her. Kaya kailangan, kung wala kang tinatago, then you have to uh, open the Pandora's box so that doon magkalabasan.
Kaya nga,
Doon matitingnan natin kung walang tinatago ang ating Vice President.
kaya nga, yung fate ng box na yan ay nakasalalay sa kamay ng mga senators natin.
Correct.
Because if this will be a motion will be submitted to open it, and
Right.
so it will be decided upon by the senators by a majority vote. Now,
Correct.
ang tanong ko sa iyo, sa tingin mo, dahil the majority is composed of 13 senators, di
Right.
ba?
Right.
Yung kabila naman ay 9 or 10?
10.
10. So, ano sa tingin mo? Will that motion to open the BIR or the Pandora's box, as you said, will it pass? In other words, will the senators, majority of them, approve it?
Yeah. They have no choice then, because 13 senators, if they all vote to open the box, then majority rules. Against 10, then still majority rules. Kung there will be a motion to open the box, they don't have any choice. It's the choice of the impeachment court. So yun
Kaya
lang yun, Ted.
dito natin
And
ngayon
that's why
makikita.
noon ay yung mga House Justice Committee did not open it because they opted for the impeachment trial court to decide on that. Kaya hindi na nila binuksan noon. Kaya it's up to the Senate impeachment court now to decide.
Kaya dito natin makikita pare kung talagang solid ang majority.
Correct, yes.
Kung talagang solid, so dahil mas marami sila kaysa sa minority, which we presume the minority are solidly behind VP Sara. The minority led by Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. They are perceived to be leaning towards Vice President Sara Duterte. In other words, they are leaning towards acquittal, di ba?
Of
So,
course, yeah.
kung 10 sila as you have counted, dahil mga kaibigan, hindi natin kinakount yung hindi mag-participate. Like
Right.
si Senator Bato de la Rosa na in hiding at saka si Senator Jingo Estrada nakakulong at unavailable, walang piyansa. So, he has to be these two guys, these two senators, have to be physically present to vote on the motion.
That's correct.
But because they cannot be physically present, so 10 lang ang nasa panig ng ang bilang ng minority. So,
Yeah.
granting na solid sila na 10. So, they will not grant the motion.
Right.
Open the box.
The-
Pero 13 ting majority.
Yeah.
Granting that solid din sila.
Yeah.
Papasa itong motion na ito.
Of course, papasa because
And minus the vote of the presiding officer dahil buboto lang yan kung mayroong deadlock.
right.
So, 12 in favor of the motion, 10 against the motion.
Mhm.
Yan ang ating nabibilang ngayon, ano? Na maging pattern yan. Kung solid ang
Yung
majority,
majority.
as I said.
Correct.
Oh.
Kaya
So, titingnan natin how things run on July 6, mga kaibigan. Alam kong marami tayong mag-aabang, lalo na sa motion na yan na ina-expect natin na ipapile ng prosecution, ng House prosecution.
right.
Ano sa tingin mo? Ganun kaya ang kakalabasan yan?
Malapit na, Ted. Isang linggo na lang.
No, I mean, yung boto sa motion na yon.
Yeah.
Magiging 12-10 kaya in favor of the motion?
Ay, yun ang aking lakas na o yan ang aking pakiramdam, Ted, dahil alam niyo mo naman ng justice hearing,
Chat,
eh,
yeah. Solid sila.
that was the provided by the BIR, so they have the choice but to decide
Sa
to
tingin mo,
open.
Dan, si Joel Villanueva, si Senator Villanueva, na bagong lipat sa majority, will he vote in favor of the motion or against the motion?
He has to follow his conscience, Ted, because
Kung meron siya.
kung meron siya.
Yeah.
If you want to ferret out the truth,
Yeah.
then they should open it to corroborate all the documents to corroborate, you know.
Pero
They have
supposing
the choice.
he will vote against the motion and favor
Oh.
the minority on that issue alone.
It
Hindi
It's-
mabawasan yung ng isa yung majority. So the vote of the majority in favor of the motion will be 11. 12
Yeah.
minus 1, 11.
But
And
it-
and the other side, the minority, 10 plus 1 equals 11. There'll be a deadlock. That's the danger here, pare.
oh,
12 minus 1 equals 11. 10 plus 1 equals 11.
pero kung mag-a-appear si Cayetano, Ted, because he hasn't showed up yet. I don't know if he will show up.
Tama ba yung bilang ko, pare?
Oh yeah.
12, ay hindi mo na natin i-count yung boto ng ang presiding officer ng impeachment court dahil he is supposed to vote only when there is a deadlock. Now,
Right.
kung 12 ang boboto in favor of the motion ng departed majority, no, 9 lang sa minority, pare.
That
9 lang.
line lang ba?
22 ang total ng physically present. Supposing napupunta lahat sila. Na minus yung dalawa, na, as we said, Senator Bato de la Rosa and Senator Jingo Estrada na nakakulong at in hiding. So, ang total ng pwedeng bumuto at physically present ay 22.
Right.
So, kung 13 ang majority,
Uh-huh.
9 lang ang minority. 9 lang ang minority, pare.
Nan lang, ano ha? Right.
So, wala
Ano,
palang
ha?
problema
Correct, yun na nga.
na mabawasan ng isa yung 12 at maging 11 ang boto nila in favor of the motion to open the box.
Oo nga, no ha?
May dagdag yung bawas na isa doon sa kabila, sa minority, na 9 sila, plus 1 equals 10. So, it is still 11-10.
Correct. Majority pa rin ang new majority.
Majority pa rin ang mananalo dyan. So, we hope na ganyan ang mangyayari at wala nang ibang papabor, kukontra sa motion.
O control niya.
Para ma-open natin. Because I think every Filipino worth his salt would like that box open
Correct, yes.
para malaman ang totoo, ang katotohanan. If that is left unopened, the case is hanging on the air.
Correct. Yes.
Just like what happened, as you said, when ERAP, President Estrada, was impeached. Ang impeachment trial ay abruptly ended dahil hindi binuksan nagreklamo ng taong bayan. So, Estrada was left with no option but to resign, di ba?
Yeah, but Ted, if BP Sara will resign,
That's the
then
problem.
that means she can still run because she was not convicted.
Yeah,
Remember?
exactly. Kaya nga, kaya baka naman yan ang strategy ng opposition, ng defense counsel. I-oppose nila para mananalo ang motion to grant, the motion to open the box will be granted by a majority of the senators. Di ba?
Uh-huh.
And then uh, when this is killed, the motion is killed dahil mananalo naman yung kabila na hindi mabuksan. Who knows?
Mhm.
Makakuha sila ng dalawang senador. Dalawang senador lang kailangan nila on the majority side. Kung makuha nila si Joel na to join them on that issue only,
Aha.
di maging 10 na sila. Kung makuha nila pa yung isa, maging 11 na sila.
Pero alam mo, Ted, it's time for Joel Villanueva at saka si Senator Chis Escudero to redeem themselves.
Exactly.
Because kaya nga sila lumipad dahil siguro na-conscience na sila at it's time for them to redeem themselves because sila ay masama ang kanilang mga I don't want to say reputasyon, kaya it's high time for them to rise to the occasion.
Exactly, and it's high time also for all the members of the majority. Originally,
Yeah,
before Chis Escudero and Joel Villanueva joined them
right.
to maintain their line, their solid, so-called solid 11.
Correct, yes.
Para ma-open yung box na yon.
Right, yeah.
And then at the same time, hindi lang yung box ang point of contention dito. Kailangan masubpe na din yung bank records, pare.
Correct, correct,
Yun
yeah.
din, ang smoking gun. Hindi lang yung Pandora's box mo. Pati yung bank records.
Yeah,
This too could be the smoking gun.
yeah.
Kaya,
That's the right word, smoking gun.
for the sake of truth to come
Yes.
out, kailangan masubpe na itong dalawang ito. Masubpe
Precisely.
yung income tax records which is inside now of that BIR box at saka bank records nila.
Saka yung AMLAC.
Of course, yung SALN.
SALN, AMLAC, nandiyan na lahat at preparado at ready ang House Committee on Justice. So, pero ang problema diyan, Ted, is will VP Sara appear during this impeachment trial? What's your thought about that?
Sa tingin ko ay baka hindi siya mag-appear eh. Sa tingin ko, she will be advised by their defense team.
Mm-hmm.
I think their lead defense team is magaling din yung lead ng kanilang defense team. Si Porton. The older Porton, what's his first name? Siegfried. Di ba?
Right, okay. Saka si
Hindi-
Michael
hindi yung
Powa,
bata.
yung spokesman.
Hindi yung younger, who is also prominent.
At saka mga
Magaling din yun. Magaling sa criminal law yun. Alam ko yung
Yeah.
napapalo.
sa mga Narvasa, yung marami silang mga abogado magagaling.
That is the Narbasa and Forton Law Office. That is
Yeah.
handling the defense team.
But-
Kaya hindi natin alam kung anong strategy nila, pero sa tingin ko, they know kung ang capacity ng
Mhm.
kanilang client. Kung marunong sumagot sa mga cross-examination.
Correct.
Ipuhin siya dyan, gigrill siya. Imagine, mga house prosecutors at saka private prosecutors, the likes of Lorna Kapunan,
Mhm.
at saka yung anong Pecabar Law Office. Alam mo na, importante itong masumpe na din yung mga bank officials, and it's in the hands of the impeachment trial court to issue a subpoena juris tecum sa mga documents tungkol sa mga bank transactions at bank deposits ni Vice President Sara at saka si Atty. Carpio na asawa niya, as revealed and disclosed by the Executive Director of the AMLAC, Anti-Money Laundering Council, during the hearings House Committee on Justice, you remember? At you know, it's a mind-boggling amount yung rinabil ni Executive Director ng AMLAC. Ang total transactions and deposits nilang mag-asawa covering the period, anong taon ito? 2006 to 2025. Last year. Hanggang 2025. It's a mind-boggling amount of 6.77 billion pesos.
My God.
Bank transactions and deposits nilang mag-asawa. At ang breakdown nito ay inflows or deposits 4.43 billion
Oh my goodness.
ang bank deposit nila during the period covered by this report by the AMLAC director. At ang total outflows naman o withdrawal is 1.55 billion pesos. At meron din isang amount totaling 791 million na hindi ma-identify ng AMLAC kung anong klaseng transaction ito. Kung deposit or withdrawal. So, once these bank executives or the bank records are transmitted to the House impeachment to the Senate impeachment court, doon makikita lahat ito.
Right.
Staggering amount. Kasi mga kaibigan, nasa record ng AMLAC ito, pero kailangan din ng bank records to support these
Transactions, you know.
transactions. Dahil, you know, there is no reason to doubt sa revelation na yan dahil ang trabaho ng AMLAC ay to track suspicious transactions. Sa mga covered transactions. Alam niyo na, kaya nga mayroong AMLAC magkano ba ang limit na not subject to AMLAC investigation?
Ay, hindi ko natatanda niyan.
Beyond the limit. It went beyond the limit. So ito ay na trace ng AMLAC. So kailangan din na masumpena ang bank records dito. So kaya ito na naman ang isang point of contention doon kung aaprubahan ng trial court, impeachment court. Dahil magmo-motion na naman ang the team of House prosecutors and their counterpart, and their team of private prosecutors to subpoena the bank records. So, nakasalalay na naman yan sa kamay ng mga senators. They will vote on it. Just as we were saying kanina, they will have to vote on a similar motion na as far as we know, dahil na-monitor ko si House Lead Prosecutor Attorney and Congresswoman Luistro saying na they will file a motion to open the unsealed BIR box. So in the same manner, they will file a motion to subpoena the bank records. Kaya mga kaibigan, yan na naman ang abangan natin. kung the House will, I mean, the Senate Impeachment Court will approve that motion. Kaya, abangan natin, mga kaibigan, ang mangyayari at we hope everybody will remain vigilant dahil magandang bagay ito na kailangan na ma-monitor natin lahat kung ano ang mangyayari sa impeachment trial nito. Ano naman Dan ang nakita mo na iba pang bagay na I think there are 4 articles of impeachment, di ba? So, yung confidential funds, ano, magkano
Yeah, yung
involved
confidential
pera yan?
funds, Ted, the Commission on Audit, or COA, disallowed those confidential funds amounting to 448 million pesos. Kasi there was a pattern of this disallowance na confidential funds. Umabot ng 448 million after a new Commission on Audit disallowance covering 378 million pesos in confidential funds. So, at nagsimula ito nung March 31 and then February and then to September 2023. Kaya ito rin ang isang malaking kaso ni VP Sara, you know. So, nakapatong-patong natin. Confidential funds.
You're referring to Article 2 sa impeachment complaint. Misuse of confidential funds. Tama ba?
Yeah.
So, it says here sa Article 2 na final nila sa Senate ay culpable violation of the Constitution, betrayal of public trust, and graft and corruption for the alleged malversation of 612.5 million in confidential funds allocated to the office of the Vice President and the Department of Education. Malaki rin to.
Yeah, iba-ibang mga figures, Ted.
Yeah. So, ito siguro yung pinag-usapan noon na 10 araw lang at nagastos yung milyon, ilang milyones yun na confidential fund para sa Department of Education, di ba?
Sabi nila 11 days.
11 days when she was secretary. How much was
Yes,
that?
pero nung nag-testify yung bagman, yung taga-distribute ng pera, kung lang daw, it's less than 11 days pala. Remember, nag-testify siya sa Justice Hearing Committee?
Yeah.
Hindi lang pala 11 days, kundi less than that pala.
11 days or how many days?
Ang lahat ng una was 11 days, pero nung nag-testify, yung kanyang isang assistant, less than 11 days pala. Kaya malalaman natin lahat pag tuloy na ang trial, Ted. Kaya abangan na lang natin. But ang kaso nito, kung magpapakita si VP Sara, bilang hindi pa natin sigurado kung magpapakita talaga siya at kung hindi.
Sa tingin ko pare ay mas malamang na hindi magpapakita ito dahil mako-cross-examine eh.
Correct. Okay, pero
Matatakot ang counsels niya, especially yung Porton Narbasa Law Office na sila ang private prosecutors, I mean defense, the leader of the defense team.
but
Alam ko they will not allow her to take the witness stand. Baka she can be trapped into admitting the crime.
That's their loss. Ted, if
So, whatever legal
maneuverings,
legal strategy
or remedy.
devised by the defense team will go to naught. Kung yung mismong client nila ang matatrap into admitting the violations, the offenses. O di,
Kaya,
tapos na ang boxing. Pag gano'n na mangyari.
tapos ng boxing, talagang
So, tingin
that's
ko,
also a bad legal maneuver. Ted, kung hindi sila magpapakita, that means
sa tingin ko, mas malamang sa hindi nila, I don't think she will be presented as a witness
yeah.
by the defense.
Because it's her lawyers who are in control if they will allow her or not. But how can she defend herself kung wala siyang pananagutan, Ted, kung hindi siya magpapakita? She has to be cross-examined. Abogado rin siya, kaya baka pwede niyang lusutan. She's also a lawyer.
Pero maraming nagda-doubt sa kanyang
Abilidad.
abilities as a lawyer dahil maraming nagsasabi na hindi naman daw siya nag-practice.
Oh, yun na nga.
It looks like
In name only.
titulo lang ang
Titulo lang. Yeah.
nakuha niya sa pagpapasa niya sa bar. Although, to be fair with her, nalabasa ko na she worked with in the office of a former Supreme Court Justice. I think it's Justice Calleja. Na it turns out, ito pala si Justice Calleja ay fraternity brother ng kanyang tatay, si President. Kaya nakapasok doon. So, whether yung link na yan ay totoo or not, ay hindi natin alam. Pero may claim na gano'n. Kaya nakapasok siya sa office ng Supreme Court Justice. And then from then on, after that, naging vice mayor na siya sa Davao. So,
Right,
wala na tayong mag-practice, to be fair with her. And then, later on, mayor, hindi siya talaga nakapag-practice.
Correct.
Dahil she entered politics eh.
Right.
Diba? So, lalamunin siya. I'm sorry, but I borrow the language of the camp of Vice President Duterte, Sara Duterte.
Right.
Dahil may lumabas sa social media na
Lalamunin siya ng buhay.
Execution ng pre-trial. So, ang mangyayari dito, lalamunin ng prosecution the woman of the hour, none other than the respondent, Vice President Sara Duterte Carpio, di ba?
Yeah.
Sent her, di ba pare?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the last but not the least issue that we have to tackle. Is BP Sara headed for conviction or is it acquittal? Anong take mo dyan?
Of course, with all the evidence, the testimony that we heard on television, Ted, and all the press releases, as far as I'm concerned, there's no way but to convict her. Ted, all the evidences point out to her. From the media, from testimonies, wala akong nakikitang lusot niya, Ted. Wala akong nakikita talaga. Pati nga yung una nilang isasang kanyang kasalanan ay yung the threat on the life of President Bongbong Marcos Jr.
Yeah.
On the life of
That's article number 1.
Rita Marcos.
Yeah.
On the life of Martin Romualdez.
Yeah.
So yun, at they have all the records, the evidences that she's threatened, and she has that tendency. Do you remember when she was mayor of Davao, sinampal niya yung sheriff?
Yeah.
So, that alone, mayroon na siyang tendency, at kung sakaling ma-acquit siya or kung ma-acquit siya o hindi siya ma-convict ng Senate, then tatakbo siya ng pagka-presidente. What will that show? What gagawin niya ang kanyang gagawin na medyo labag sa batas dahil meron na siyang record as a violent person that, God forbid.
Yeah, well, tayong mga tagamasid sa mga nangyayari sa Pilipinas at mga kapwa nating Pilipino sa Amerika na ating nakakausap, talagang nagulat sila dahil ang reaksyon nila ay they were shocked dahil Vice President saying publicly nationwide, not only nationwide, later on dahil social media din yata, kaya kinalat din ng social media yon. So globally, for the first time daw na nakakita sila ng ganong kabangis na public official without restraint.
Yeah.
Lengguwahe na as everyone have witnessed doon sa kanyang live broadcast threatening the lives of the president, his wife, the first lady, and the then speaker Romualdez. Ang sabi niya ay, if you remember it right, meron na daw siyang kakontrata na assassin.
Yeah.
Na papatay sa kanila kung may mangyari sa kanyang masama.
Right.
Although ang kanyang depensa ay hindi pa naman nangyari, di ba?
Pero sabi niya, Ted,
but saying it publicly as the number 2 official of the land, ang sabi ng mga kapwa Pilipino natin ay unbecoming public official.
and then sabi pa niya, on top of that, Ted, sabi pa niya na it's not a joke.
Yeah, nakita ko yan. It's not a joke.
So,
yan ang problema nga eh. Sinabi pa, it's not a joke.
oh my God.
So, in other words, serious siya.
Serious siya. Kaya, nagmana siya sa kanyang tatay, Ted.
Yeah. Na magaling sa
Mga ganyan. Kaya, nakakarama na sila. Siguro. I don't know.
yeah, exactly. Kaya, well, alam mo, favorite child niya itong si Sara eh. Si former President Duterte.
Yeah.
Kaya nga pinakuha niya ng law, di ba? At he groomed her to be her successor.
Yeah.
Sa Davao, di ba?
Yeah.
Successful.
Pati yung kanyang mga kapatid, Ted, si Pulong Saksi Baste, content sila, tingnan mo kanilang mga asal, Ted. They have that, pag magsalita sila, they have this tendencies to become violent.
Yeah, exactly. It's all in the family, ha?
Yeah, it's in the family. Pag magsalita sila, talagang mapusok. Kaya when I hear them talk, I cringe.
Walang restraint.
Walang restraint. Parang silang hari sa Pilipinas.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so still hindi mo pa nasagot yung tanong, pare. Is it conviction or acquittal?
Oh,
Sara.
for me, with all the evidence, Ted, and with all the testimonies of the witnesses, I believe it's conviction.
All right, but that remains to be seen, pare, ha?
It remains to be
Kasi,
seen, but
hindi pa nag-umpisa. Well, hindi natin alam kung anong baraha meron silang itinatago, yung defense team. At wag nating i-underestimate yung defense team.
oh,
Dahil
correct.
Porton Narbasa Law Office, pare, ha?
Oh.
Sa bagay,
Tinanong ako, Ted, about you, Ted. Oh,
ito namang private prosecution team is mabigat din.
mabigat din.
Tekabar Law Office, di ba?
Yes, mabigat din.
Well, this is the battle of the titans. In the legal industry, di ba?
Yeah.
All right. So, Dan, about me, kamo?
Yes. Is it for conviction or acquittal?
Well, ako naman, I am more cautious than you to predict. Dahil nga, magaling ang defense team eh. Porton Narbasa, we cannot just,
Oh, but
they're not wishy-washy lawyers.
but
Kaya, meron din akong pangamba. I mean, pangamba na mag-predict ng conviction, they might be able to reverse the table. Yung Porton Narbasa Law Office, we never can tell.
yeah.
Si, hindi natin alam kung what is the card that is close to their chest na hindi pa nila pinapakita sa atin. So, I don't blame you for saying the trial will end up in conviction.
Mhm.
Because you're not alone na nagsasabi yan. Marami
Marami. Yeah.
nagsasabi. On the strength of the evidences na lumabas sa House during the Committee on
Yeah.
Justice hearing, di ba?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so pare, magpaalam na tayo sa ating mga kababayan. Kami ay magpapaalam na sa inyo at before we end this episode of this podcast namin, Usapang Pinoy sa Amerika, please don't forget, pag hindi pa kayo nag-subscribe, please subscribe at pakishare na rin. And please like also. Pwede rin po kayong mag-comment. Pagkakarating po sa amin yan.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. See you on our next podcast. Dan?
Okay, so mga kababayan kababayan natin sa buong mundo, kami nagpapaalam muli pangsamantala at sana itangkilikin niyo ulit kami para may lahat namin ng mga aming kuro-kuro, inihimay namin ng nangyayari sa Pilipinas. So sana huwag kayong magsawa na mapanood kami. Kaya sa muling pagkikita, sana magsama-sama ulit tayo para alaman kung anong nangyayari sa ating inang bansang Pilipinas. So, mabuhay kayong lahat mga kababayan.
All right. On a final note, please reiterate the new name. We have rebranded our program to the new name, which is Usapang Pinoy sa Amerika. Please remember that po. If you want to access our program, Usapang Pinoy sa Amerika.
Sa Amerika.
Dito sa Rodeo TV channel sa YouTube.
Yes.
Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.